Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hue at Home. We are celebrating 40 years of funny laughter at Rumors Comedy Club, but we're so honored to have some of the special guests that are helping to help celebrate during the year. So I want to welcome Kevin Bozeman. Welcome to Hue, Kevin. It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me. And I mean, so stand-up comedy is like what I do, but certain shows, I'm honored to be a part of, and this is one of them. Like this is great. I'm looking forward to this. 40 years, they're 40 years in the game, and they invited me, a guy from Chicago, to come and do it. Like I'm not, you probably have figured it out. I'm not Canadian, but but Rumors is one of my favorite clubs, and I'm so stoked. And it's such a wonderful lineup too. So it's great.
Well, no, it's going to be a special night, but you yourself, you've been doing comedy for a long time. And so if you take it back to, I guess, when you first got into comedy, it was just maybe something that you thought could be fun and you made people laugh.
Yeah, it was like one of those things. I tell people all the time, if you want to do comedy, it's like in you. It's not like a Craigslist job where you're just like, hey, who's hiring? Oh, comedy? Like it's just in you. And so I never thought when I first did it, I just did it to itch a scratch, scratch and itch. Is that right? Scratch and itch. Scratch and itch. I'm going with that. Final answer. I did it to scratch and itch, and I never thought that I'd be here. I just did it. I went to college. I got a degree and just was thought I was going to be business 9 to 5. And then when I started doing it, I wanted to get better at it. And then when I get better at it, I wanted to get paid at it. When I started getting paid at it, I was like, why would I do anything else?
Well,
So yeah, it's great. It's been a good run.
well, no, and it's really sweet, right? For me, anyways, to talk to and interview people that love what they're doing, and that's really hard these days, right? Because a lot of people aren't doing what they love. So, speaking of love and getting into comedy, who are the people that helped you along the way?
Great question. No one wants to hear this, but when you go to college and you get a degree and you start working, no one in your family wants to hear, I'm going to do comedy. They, they are the least supportive people until you show up on TV one day and then your mom is like, oh, that's my baby. Look at my baby out there. I knew he was funny. So my support team helped drive me because it was very small. I had a very small support. My team was like, I couldn't even spell the word team. I had a T and an E. I had a T. They have a team. And so, but now we're all good. They understand. They understand. And it was a learning experience for everyone. Like everybody that's out there, if you got something that you want to do and you're passionate about and you don't have a team to support you, don't let them stop you. Don't let them, because they'll be the same people 15, 20 years later and be like, you should have went and tried to do comedy like you wanted to do. They'll be the same ones that hold it against you. So whatever it is you want to do, just go out and do it. At least, even if you don't make it, you took your shot. So yeah, that's my very long answer of trashing my family.
Okay, I get it. I'm going to talk about family in a little bit, but I want to ask you this question. You hear of a lot of these comedians, oh, and they made it big when they won this competition, or last comedian standing, or, just for laughs. How important are competitions for comedians these days?
Well, when you're trying to build your brand and you're trying to figure out if you're any good, you want to go up against the best of the best. It's a measuring stick. So, yes, it is super important to enter competitions. You just got to be careful because a lot of these competitions are rigged. A lot of these competitions when I mean rigged, a local competition will make sure that the local comic gets through. So you got to be careful about doing stuff like that. You have to be careful about the competitions that promise you the moon, the stars, and everything else, and they're still asking you to pay a fee to enter the competition. If you think that I'm good enough, then like invite me. But why do I have to pay for it? Like, why do I have to pay to compete? So you have to be careful. But that being said, if you can suss out the really good competitions, it's definitely worth it because you just want to know where you stand. You
Hmm.
just got it. That's the only way to get better because comics is like, for example, it's not the 40th anniversary show, but like my show and any of the other guys that's on there, Rob and Mark and the rest of the guys, like the show is set up for us to be the best. They have an opener, then they have another guy, a middle guy, and then they have us as the headliner. But in competitions, we're all on the same level. So it's just like, all right, we're all on the same level. Who's the best of this level?
Oh, wow. Who were some of the comics that you looked up to in your whole career?
None of them. They're all garbage. Listen, I this is about me. We're not
Yeah.
going to focus on anyone else.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
Yes, yes.
I want I want the love and the flowers um, as an immigrant who's coming to this country to perform. I don't I don't live I don't live in Canada, but I'm just saying I'll be coming in for like 3 days. So I want Canada to adopt me. So I don't want to talk about all the people that's funnier than me. I want to talk. There's so and trust me, there's so many. There's so,
Oh, you
there's
know
so
what?
many.
We will
There's so
embrace
many.
you. We will
They're
embrace
so
you.
good. They're so good. But I'm not giving them any flowers. This is my time. This is my time. I raced here with my son in the car because I had to feed him. You saw that. I was just like, look, just give me some minutes to get this guy situated. I'll be back on here. And then I do all of that to come here for you to be like, who's better than you?
Oh, I
We
okay. I stand
comics
corrected. You are.
comics are so much more talented and funnier than you. Nope.
Nope.
You guys will never know. Not on this interview.
Okay, though I do want to know because you do have a podcast too, Bose knows, but there's such a great piece called Two Parent Love. Explain that.
Two Parent Love is one of was my fourth album, I believe. My fourth, no, my third, my third comedy album. I get them. No, my fourth. Final answer. So I did my first CD was the name of my first album. Dropping Knowledge was my second one. Life Coach was my third one, and Two Parent Love was my fourth one. And it's so I believe that the best comedy, legit, is speaking the truth. It may not be your truth, but it is a truth. And the longer you can hold on to the truth, the funnier it is because people can just relate to the truth. That's not saying that other comedy isn't great because it's all great if you do it well. But Two Parent Love came from a spot where my kids were, they both were really talented and they both had really like good skills in sports, but they just wouldn't work hard at it because, and I said, it's because you guys are doing this because both of your parents love you and both of your parents love you, so you got it easy. But if one of your parents didn't love you, you would feel the stress of having to have to make it. And now you're going to work harder. So basically, that's the gist of the joke. It's like, hey, you got two parents that love you and you're abusing this privilege. It is a privilege to have both parents that love you. Don't you people out there think that you have it coming to you that both parents should love you? No, one parent has to love you, and one parent has to be the guy like, I really don't need them in my life. It'll make you a better person.
Oh, anyways, folks, you have to see it. It is very funny,
You
Kevin.
see how I explained the joke without actually telling the joke?
I know. I was wondering how are you going to do that. Oh my goodness. But yes,
No secrets given away. Go
no,
on
none, none.
YouTube.
But I'm just going to say it's all in the delivery. But anyways, Kevin, we're looking so forward to seeing you. But where else are you performing throughout the year, and where can we find out where?
Okay, I here's something I have to say. I have to ask you. So I have a lot of content online, like a lot of content. And the one joke that stood out to you was the two fan. What does that say about you, the interviewer? That that's the joke that resonated. Me threatening to leave my kids if they don't play basketball.
I was cry
Oh, that's great.
laughing. It was just so funny. Anyways,
Okay,
we could.
anyway, did you see the I have actually have it. I have the joke. Did you see the animated one?
Yes, no, that was the one I saw, and that is like the
Yeah.
best. So I was wondering, okay, is he gonna? He probably has a clip of it. He's gonna like just roll.
No, no, no.
But it
Yeah,
is priceless, and
yeah,
you just have to
yeah.
come and see a Kevin Bozeman show. That's all I've got to say, folks. But
That's that's great. I am so looking forward. It's going to be a great weekend. I know how Canadians drink. I've been having a pep talk with my liver for these last couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to hanging out with some of, like legit. You don't get better than Tyler as a person who runs the club and the comics that they have. It's just fantastic. So honored. Looking forward to it.
oh well, thank you for spending this time with us, Kevin, and we look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.